Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Raw Comedy. I'm pretty sure this is not what any of you guys expected to see. I'm definitely raw and uncut, but I am not a ridiculously amazing woman. I don't care how well I try or how well I dressed up on Halloween. It just didn't hit the mark. I'm telling you. Can't get rid of the stubble. But welcome to a great lineup of ridiculously amazing women, Raw Comedy. Unfortunately, our resident host, Athena Rodriguez, is not in the greatest moves. Is grieving a little bit, had some family losses, so she was unable to be here. But unfortunately, life does go on, so I'm here instead. We've got a great lineup of comedians from all over the North America. We've got a Canadian friend today, so it's not just an American show. We've went international. Our lineup tonight will consist of Lauren Weiss out of Chicago, Illinois. We will have, looks like Srilatha Rajamani out of New York City, New York. We'll have Monica Hamburg out of Montreal, Canada. We'll have Sandra Risser out of Phoenix, Arizona. Shit, I was going to say Illinois. I'm not awake yet. I wasn't planning on this, you guys. Then we'll have Chree Powell out of Santa Cruz, California. But last but not least, our headliner tonight is the very funny, very talented, and I know she's been doing all the damn festivals everywhere, Erica Switzer. But without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Because like I said, you're not here to see some guy in a shirt. You're here to see some ridiculously amazing women, right? So give it up. Give it up for your first comedian all the way out of Chicago, Illinois. Give it up for Lauren Weiss.
Hey, Lauren. Thanks so much, Dante. It's great to be here on Ridiculously Amazing Women. I'm Lauren Weiss, located in Chicago, Illinois, and I'm so happy to be on this women's show. I love being a woman, you know. I love wearing bras. Like, I know bras might be harnesses forced on us by the patriarchy, but there's nothing like the feeling of wearing a fun bra, you know, because it feels kind of sneaky. It feels like you're getting away with something. Like, I'm packing heat and no one knows it. Like, I think it's probably like how a man feels when he gets a concealed carry license and can finally carry a gun on his person. But the perk is I don't need a license for these. So nice. But yeah, so I mean, got a little dark there talking about guns, but you know, comedians are supposed to like make us face our demons as a society. And of course, gun violence, huge problem. But we've got a lot of problems, folks. We live in a very divided country. So we've got half the country believes in gun rights, whereas the other half believes in human rights. And then you've got half the country believing that COVID is real and you should be careful. And then the other half believes that masks are for cucks. And then we've got half of the country who lives off of 11 almonds and, you know, some kale salad. And then the other half believes that if you mix any food with mayonnaise, it becomes a salad. You know, like tuna and mayonnaise, that's a tuna salad. Chicken and mayonnaise, chicken salad. Potato and mayonnaise, potato salad. Cabbage and mayonnaise, coleslaw, which I assume means salad in the old country or something. But French fries and mayonnaise, you know, that's just plain delicious. And that's something that I think all Americans can agree on. So at least we have that going for us. Thank you, everyone. But yeah, did that joke make you hungry by any chance? Because it made me pretty hungry. You see, I'm on one of these trendy diets. I'm trying fasting. So I don't know if you've heard about fasting. It's where you eat really fast. So it saves me time, which, you know, time is money. It saves me money. And then I use that money to buy diet pills. But that's a joke. You know, diet pills really bad for you. So like my digestive system is absolutely failing, but you can't argue with these results. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But just while we're here, I wanted to say a little more about my digestive system. I know everyone's dying to hear about it. I'm actually lactose intolerant. So my otherwise perfect, optimized body can't digest milk. And so I tried substitutes to milk. I tried drinking almond milk, But then I read an article about almond production, and it turns out each nut takes a gallon of water to grow, a gallon for each nut. So I just cut out the middleman, and now I eat my cereal with 100 gallons of water. And yeah, it's soggy. People always ask me, like, isn't it soggy? Yes, it is really soggy. It's disgusting. But you know, I don't care. It's the principle of the thing. And I try to stick by my principles. What else can I say? Yeah, I mean, I'm so principled. Even when I do less ethical things, I still manage to be principled about it. Like, for instance, I really like eating foie gras, but so little context, eating foie gras, some would say a little inhumane, because foie gras is made from the liver of a very fatty goose. And the way you get a goose that fat is you stick a tube down its throat and you force feed it corn. So I found a way to enjoy foie gras without the foie guilt. So basically the procedure is I would eat foie gras, I would eat it until I was so completely full. I mean, uncomfortably full. And then I would get my friend to stick a tube down my throat to keep feeding me foie gras. This is all according to plan. This is to preserve my principles, just me like the goose. But things really took a turn for the worse when she ate my liver. So yeah, my principles are intact, though sadly my liver is not. So I'll leave you with this joke. It may not sound like it from how this whole thing's been going, but I had sex recently. Can we clap it up? Sex. Yeah. Yeah, so sex with me is like an Uber, because I prefer if you come immediately. Don't make me wait 6 minutes. I'll just be grumpy. I'll just be like staring at my phone until you come. So just come immediately. I actually have another variation of that joke. It's sex with me is like a Lyft. It's the same joke. I just say Lyft instead of Uber. And it just depends on which ride is cheaper, because, you know, surge pricing is getting kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, even with all these principles, I guess I can still be bought. But yeah, that's my time. Thanks so much. I'm Lauren Weiss.
Whoa, Lauren Weiss, everybody. I think she thought the show was in Canada because Monica was on here. She's like, yeah, fries and mayonnaise, right? And everybody else is like, we don't do that shit. What the fuck?
Do that shit.
Canada. Hey, I know Monica was like, what's that about? Ah, I know that's boot. I know that's boot. I know that's boot. No, I'm just fucking with you. What the fuck is Bastille Day anyway? Sorry. Anyway, I digress. That's a shot. I'm pretty sure Monica's going to be talking shit about that later. Don't worry. Our next comedian, though. Jesus Christ. I only knew half her name because I'm smart and I've looked at a map. Okay, I got half of it right and then killed the other half, which at first I felt bad, and then was like, Monica called me Duante again today, so we're even.
Oh, no.
Gotcha, bitch. Set you up for later. We'll do a callback on that in a second. Anyways, next comedian, hailing all the way out of New York City. I've been waiting to see her for a while. I know she's funny as shit. Give it up for the very funny. Uh-oh. I lost my screens for a second. I was like, oh God, fuck. I don't even know where she's at. Give it up for Srilatha Rajamani!
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was an awesome intro. And it was just my dad's last name that was not pronounced right. And we are kind of, arguing these days. So it's okay. I take but I'm excited. I'm excited to do the show. I'm excited to be here. I know a lot of in-person stuff is happening, but this is nice. Like for me, this is nice. Like, I don't like going out. Like during the pandemic, I got used to not wearing pants. So this is just like, it's comfortable. It's comfortable. Like it became so like not wearing pants is comfort that once the pandemic ended and I had to go out, I started wearing dresses. Like I haven't worn dresses because I'm a visibly three-dimensional person, as I like to say. I have many different ways of saying I'm fat, but yeah, that's one of them. And I was like, no, I know my body. I can't show my arms. But then I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to wear pants. Also, like New York City has dealt with a lot worse. Like it has dealt with Bloomberg and de Blasio and 9/11, but I don't want to talk about that. So, this is not the worst. My fat arms are not the worst. The city has grit. It'll deal with it. So that's basically me. venturing into the world. But yeah, 2021 was amazing. After, Biden won, that was great. But also it was amazing for my men friends, because after Biden won, all they had to say in their dating profile was, we are not Trump. And they were able to get, they were able to get laid, like right swipe all the time. I think that is the thing with Biden's win, he made it easy for white men to, just like be, all they had to say was they were not Trump, and that's it, they were just, worship, and that I think is different now, because with Kamala Harris, I think life has become harder for brown women like me. Like an example, I was in a comedy show where the host introduced me with, this person looks like she could run for mayor of New York. Honest to goodness, that was how I was introduced. And that is how it is now. After Kamala Harris happened, like this, this is what brown women have to live up to, basically. Like, the times when all a brown woman had to do to be relevant, or any woman had to do to be relevant, was to have like a 401k. Like, that was the idea. Right? Now I have to fix messes made by white men, apparently. Like, that is how it's going to happen. But Kamala Harris has made life harder for me, honestly. Like, all my family WhatsApp group chats, my family from India, they'd be like, Kamala Harris went to America and now she's a vice president. What have you done with your life, Srilatha? And I have a 401k. Like, that doesn't sound well, right? That doesn't. So that is my life. How do I say this? I was not traveling during the pandemic, but once the pandemic ended, I went to San Francisco recently, and I had to make plans. It was like my first travel in like over a year and a half, and I was looking for like train stations and hotels and stuff, and that's when I discovered the beautiful phenomenon called train station reviews, and that is the thing. Yes, that in San Francisco people review train stations. So the train station near my hotel had a 1-star review from 3 people, all of whom complained that the station only had one working escalator. Okay, one working escalator. And I was like, that is some first world bullshit, like first world privilege bullshit right there. Because I am from New York City. All I want from my train station is one working set of stairs. Like, that is my 5-star review. Like, without broken steps, yes. At the end of the stairs, if I'm not stopped by a man who's asking me to blow him, I'll give another 5-star review. Like, that's my expectation. So San Francisco, you need to get with the plan. But also, I went to San Francisco for a comedy festival thing. And of course, comedians got swag bags, because there are so many different ways in which comedians don't get paid. Swag bag is one of them. And I had like a t-shirt, like a bar of chocolate, and a Ziploc baggie with a green substance. Now I thought, like, I saw it in my hotel room and I thought, oh, the green substance is henna. That's what I thought, because this is San Francisco. I'm square. I thought this is henna. And then I opened the bag and I smelled, and it was weed. Now, I'm pro weed. I'm pro weed. I campaign for legalizing weed. I'm pro legalizing all drugs, but I had never partaken in the substance. So now I'm holding 2 bags of weed in my hotel, wondering, oh my God, is this breaking some kind of federal law? I am terrified. And then I thought maybe I should flush down the evidence. And as I went to the toilet, I'm thinking, what if fish take this and they die? Like, there has to be some Hindu god that's fish. So now I'm not able to flush it down. So in order to get rid of this incriminating evidence in secret, I posted on my Facebook saying, with a picture of my hand holding the bag, saying, I have 2 bags of, 2 circles of weed. Does anyone want it? And I became super popular. That is why not? Why shouldn't I advertise a crime in many states in this country on Facebook? Yes. So I did that. And my friend from LA messages me to say, can you send me this weed? And I'm like, sure, I'll mail it. And he said, no, it's okay. I'll pay for shipping. And I said, no, it's very light. I can do that. And he says, no, you can't send weed as is. You have to buy a thick book, a hardcover book. dig a hole in it and then place the bag of weed inside. Like he honestly said that I have the chat I can share with anyone. He said that. And I am thinking, oh my God, am I living in the pages of the Maltese Falcon? What the hell is this happening? This is terrifying. Okay, so having that weed, getting rid of that was the most scary thing ever. And I have lived in America through George Bush and Trump. That was the most scary thing ever. And that's when I realized drug dealers should be given a lot more credit. We as a society should be giving them credit for their good qualities. Like drug dealers, they can sell stuff like in the most guarded places with like a je ne sais quoi. They can just walk into a school and they can sell stuff. Like, if they are caught with drugs in their apartment, they flush it down the toilet. Like drug dealers have no regard for marine life, right? That's good. That's like, I don't have that confidence. Like drug dealers are super confident. I have no confidence. Like I put my earbuds in the wrong ear hole and I lose my confidence. Like I'll start putting it on nonchalantly, wrong hole, and then I become chalant. So that is where my life. Like I don't have confidence. And who has confidence? Couples, like straight couples have confidence that, that I can, like, I was once, the first time I was getting a vaccine, I was waiting in line. We had to take an elevator. As I approached for my turn, I was pushed aside by a couple behind me who took the 2 spots in the elevator. And they were like, we are together and there is 2 spots in there. So, and they basically went in. I was like, sorry, out of an elevator. They were like, we are together. They are together. I am single. So what does that make me, a giant carbon footprint? Like, what's that? But that's confidence. Like, they call that confidence big dick energy. No, I think for the couples, it's even more. It's like dick and ball sack energy. That's confidence. Okay, I have never been able to reach sorry, not sorry. I'm always stuck in sorry. Like that is where like I once apologized to a guy who basically hit me with his car, and I apologized to him. Like I'm in the crosswalk, this guy's basically tapped me, hit me, whatever, and he rolls down the window and says, I'm sorry, it was getting dark and I did not see you. And then I responded with, I am sorry. Like, I am sorry that I was in the crosswalk in green light, in broad daylight. I'm sorry my body was a pebble in your highway to prosperity. So that is me. That is me. I just have to say one quick thing before I leave. I do love, I lived in this country many years and I've gotten used to American culture, but I've never been able to get used to the American fascination with supernatural. Like, Americans like vampires and zombies. First of all, vampires are so vanilla. I don't know. I don't understand. But anyway, they like vampires and zombies so much. And where I come from, when something bites your neck and sucks blood, you don't ride in a fever of coital anticipation. Like you ride in a fever of malaria. Okay, and like zombie shows like Walking Dead. I'm a Hindu. Like we cremate our dead. My version of a zombie apocalypse is a dust storm, and I would namaste the shit out of them with a vacuum cleaner. Thank you all so much. Rajamani, enjoy the rest of your show.
I'm just gonna say I know a narc or a snitch when I see one, and any motherfucker with drugs that says je ne sais quoi, definitely a snitch. You don't get high if you say je ne sais quoi, because if you can't tell, it's hard to say and you forget part of it. You're like, Jenny says what? I don't even know a Jenny. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Anyways, are you guys having a good time there, ladies? Make some noise. What's that about? This next comedian is from Montreal, where they probably pronounce my name right. They speak French, right? Oui, right? She's funnier than hell. Today, her hair color is pink. Last time it was green. Next time might be my favorite color, purple. Who knows? But at least she's keeping it switched up, and she's funny. Give it up from all the way out of Montreal, Monica Hamburg.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much to our host, Duante, sweet man. Yes, it's really nice to see you. Thank you so much. I am so over the pandemic. I'm so done. What I really missed was being able to travel, because my boyfriend works as a children's entertainer. And it's always nice, to be somewhere where no one knows I'm sleeping with a clown. That's so nice. Like, oh, your partner got a promotion? Mine made a new balloon animal. I don't know if you've ever tried to listen to a news report about the fate of the world to squeaks of a latex Peppa the Pig. Very soothing. Exceptional. Yeah, in the beginning of the pandemic, it really did feel like a zombie apocalypse. It's like, this is completely like a zombie apocalypse. But then I was like, I would have rather that. I would have so rather a zombie apocalypse. Because during a zombie apocalypse, you're running from zombies. Okay. You are gathering weapons. You're not expected to also file your taxes. No, you won't eat my brain. I gotta fill out this census. I'm like, I used to use this app. I used to use this app to track my depression. It was now though, like I use Facebook memories. Yeah, it's working out perfectly. It's just perfect. It's perfect. I should tell you that I have I get these really strange compliments from guys. I had this date, and at the end of the date, the guy was like, let's do this again. I don't get a lot of female company. Well, that's not flattering. That's not flattering to either of us. Also, you can't have a lot of women in your life if you refer to them as female company. Because that is what a serial killer says. That is what a Mississippi serial killer says. I don't get a lot of female company around here. I got myself a lady possum for the female company. Don't you worry, Mrs. Moonshine. She won't take your place for long. I just creeped you out for a moment. That's cool. We're good. We can make this work. I have a friend of mine, and she was very hurt because she sent a Facebook friend request to our old boss, but he didn't accept it. I was like, okay. He's no longer our boss because he burnt down our workplace. And I don't want to be cynical. I don't want to be cynical. But someone who sets fire to your source of income, that is not a friend. If you walk into a charred building and you're like, so do I have the day off? That person is not the best at communication. That is a passive-aggressive arsonist. So I don't know why you are so invested in his judgment. Also, maybe he's limiting his Facebook friends. Maybe he's limiting his Facebook friends, to only arsonists. Probably what he's doing. Okay, I've got very briefly, I want to tell you that I am so addicted to apps that I actually had to get an app to stop me from using apps. It's called Rescue Time, and it immediately rescued me from the weather app. Just blocked me. And I live in Canada. I just want to know, am I going to lose a limb to frostbite? But apparently that makes me addicted to weather. Also, the last time I checked, basically it just told me that it was going to be cloudy with a 30% chance of me losing my shit. which I already knew. So thank you so very much. Thank you so much, sweet man.
Ah, I saw what she did there. She's pretty funny. The best part is I get to talk last though, so it's all right. We'll be okay. I'm not gonna get heckled by a clown fucker. You thought motherfucker was bad. Wait until you hear somebody's a clown fucker. That's fucked up. I got the new diss of 2022. You're a clown fucker, bitch. Ha ha. Anyways, I haven't got high enough. I didn't even get in my suit. I did wear the pink suit man shirt. If you want one, look on the website. We do have hot pink suit man shirts. Quick product plug while I'm on here. Also, great news. I don't think we've said this enough, but we'll be doing a Salem Arts Festival next July in Salem, Oregon. So if you're a musician, a comedian, any kind of artist, paint, poem, spoken word, reach out to Suitman Productions. We'll be taking submissions just to get a rough idea who's interested and then really rolling out what's going on. So if you've never been to Salem in the summer, it's beautiful, a whole bunch of weed. Just so you know, Srilatha. And wine country. So that'll be a good time. Anyways, our next comedian is definitely from a place where weed is not legal. Neither are black people, I think. I've been to Arizona. It's not very friendly. I'm just fucking with you. No, I'm not. I'm being honest. But Phoenix is definitely a fun city because they've got ASU, Tempe, Phoenix, Scottsdale, all right there. And it's definitely, this is raw comedy. Not me. So this next comedian, I'll stop, is all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Give it up for Sandra Risser.
Sandra.
Well, first thing we're going to do is set the record straight. My last name is Risser, like kisser, but with an R. Anyway, to go today, but refer to the show. At 80, I don't think of myself as old. I'm used. I am like a dilapidated hotel. My facade is crumbling, my plumbing is shot. And we have both had a lot of men spend the night. Now, I have to go to the swimming pool and pretend I'm drowning just to get a young man to kiss me. Now, you may notice that my hands shake. I have what the doctors call essential tremors. Of course, the only thing I find them essential for is making margaritas when the blender's broken. Oh, and keeping my husband happy. Yeah, he gives me caffeine before we go to bed. Ladies, if you had hands like mine, you'd save a lot of money on batteries. Now, the doctor told me now that I'm getting older, I'd start losing my balance, and if I fell, my bones would break easily. So I better put a bar in my shower. I did, and I stocked it with Jack Black, Grey Goose, and Johnny Walker. He was right, though, about breaking bones. Last year, I broke my wrist. And just 1 week after I got the cast off, I broke my foot. Taught my husband and me not to try new positions. Now, I don't like to contradict our host, but first off, weed is now legal here in Arizona. Just happened this last election. But sometimes I get the impression that today's young people think they're the first generation to smoke weed. And to that, I want to say no. It's people from my generation. Lenny Bruce, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. They made it cool to do drugs. Oh, there's wannabes today. Lindsay Lohan, Charlie Sheen. But they're never going to be cool, and I'll tell you why. They didn't die. Now, I was introduced to weed in 1962. BC. That's before crank. And I'm telling you, Back then, we didn't have weed like you've got it today. We couldn't go to dispensaries and buy it. We had to go to dark street corners. And then for $10, we got a whole ounce baggie, sandwich bag, held together with a twist tie. And I'm telling you, that baggie contained more seeds than a pumpkin. It contained more stems than a florist, and a little bit of what we hoped was weed and not oregano. But I'll tell you, we would have gotten almost as high if that baggie had contained a bologna sandwich. But still, I say you should thank my generation, because it's my generation that made weed acceptable to the masses. It's my generation that gave you free love. And it's my generation that gave you herpes. You know, sometimes when I'm coming home late at night, my house is empty, everything's dark. I get really concerned when there's a police presence nearby. Happened to me about 4 weeks ago. I'm coming home after doing some shows about 2 a.m. and everything is dark except for the 2 police cars 4 doors down from me. And I'm thinking, if there's a robber in the neighborhood, I want to know about it. If there's a murderer in the neighborhood, I want to know about it. If there's a molester in the neighborhood, I want his phone number. Now, please don't judge me. I don't get much action now that they banned me from the swimming pool. Oh, they said I was harassing the lifeguards. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. When I say those men with their tan, hard bodies in those little teeny Speedos, they're asking for it. Now, when I started going out doing comedy 6-7 nights a week, my mother warned me that if I didn't stay home, cook dinner for my husband, he'd find a woman who would. Yeah, I'm still waiting. While she's there, she better clean my house. But I do remember the first time my husband and I made love. Afterwards, we turned to each other and almost in unison said those 3 magic words. What's your name? Now, I also have an ex-husband. I nicknamed him Diaper Rash. Well, he was irritating, hard to get rid of, and he usually came when I wasn't prepared. Yeah, I really found the perfect man to divorce. In 2 years, we lived in 9 different houses. We always moved for the same reason. The owners came home. Now, I finally divorced him when he began to give me the willies. Will he come home? Will he be sober? Finally, will he stop breathing? Oh, I should have known we were incompatible because, you see, I'm a Gemini. He's an alcoholic. Now, in his defense, I did not realize he was an alcoholic until I stopped drinking. Now, despite it all, I was thinking about keeping him, but I didn't like the way he smelled after 6 days in the trunk of my car. You know, sometimes when I'm out goofing off with friends my age, I can see the young people looking at us, and I know they're thinking, how can you be laughing and having fun? Don't you know you're going to die soon? And I want to say that's why we are laughing and having fun, We're not going to have to put up with the millennials much longer. Yeah, I call them the wine generation because they're always protesting and complaining about things. And I think I figured out why. Millennials are hungry because a lot of them are vegans. Now, I hope none of you are vegans, because I think the only thing vegans are good for is to teach the rest of us what plants are poisonous. Oh, how can you tell if a person's a vegan? Oh, don't worry, they'll tell you. I'm a vegan. I wouldn't eat meat. Oh, that's so cruel to the animals. Well, I say, if you care that much for the animals, why do you eat all of their food? Oh, and besides that, vegans are bad for the environment because they eat beans. Some of you know. Eat beans, get gas, methane gas contributes to global warming, and scientists now think that global warming is a leading cause of documentaries. Now, don't get me wrong, I like young people. Oh, I really like young people. They taste like chicken. And besides that, they're a good source of replacement organs. Now, I only have one big vice left. I like to drive fast. Police don't like it. They stop me and they go, "Do you know how fast you were going?" Well, obviously not fast enough because you caught me. But I really just give them my sexiest smile. And I say in my sexiest voice, "Hey, Mr. Patrolman, want to go to the swimming pool and pretend I'm drowning?" That's how I learned that handcuffs hurt. Especially if you forget your safe word. If you didn't understand that and your friends did, be very careful if you see them at night. Again, the name is Sandra Risser. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Sandra, Risser, everybody, I'm still fucking it up. I can't help it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I was just over here like, shit, I wasn't ready for some of those jokes. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. She's like, new people are good for old parts or old, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm actually with that. I need a new hip so I can identify with you, Sandra. I can identify. Our next comedian, though, maybe somebody Sandra harvests her leg or knee later. She is a young person as well. And she's in California. So we know she cares about her health in some sort of way, I'm sure. All the way from Santa Cruz. She's stretching it out. She's getting it ready. She's ready to put that comedy thing on you. Give it up for Chree! Powell!
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I am from California, so I do take care of my health by making up a lot of obscure allergies and talking to restaurant industry people about them. And just letting them know that I have a very severe allergy to nickel. And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, what is nickel in that we can avoid?" And I was like, "Nickel is in plants." And then they look at me and they blink and I say, "Cheeseburger." That's the healthiest thing on your menu. It's literally the only thing I can eat. Thank you. It's so fun to be a bitch. Right. I haven't done a Zoom show in a while. And I got really accustomed during the pandemic to not doing comedy at all, pretty much, except sometimes on Zoom, which was really fun. And then the last few months, I've been out and about, not on the road. I'm not a real comic, but just burning my $5 a gallon gas. Last night, I went to Modesto, California, which is a very sexy place. If you've never been, it's in the Central Valley. I live in Santa Cruz, which is a beach town, which meant I had to drive in Friday night traffic across the state of California, both north and east. And it took me 3.5 hours to get about 72 miles. And Google Maps was like, hey, you can like get there, like, you know, when you're doing, like, Google Maps is insane because they'll literally be like, we found a faster route that will save you 2 minutes. Would you like to take this faster route? And you're like, I have no idea. Like, I don't know what, sure. Yeah, I'll take it. And then I'm on a fucking back road for most of my evening. I'm driving in a black road, no lights, just a cliff on one side and a fucking orchard on the other side. And I'm like, I've had to pee for 2 hours and I cannot get out of my car because I don't want to become somebody's fucking basement wife. And I'm pretty sure that that's what happens if I stop. So here's the deal, Central Valley. Keep your Google Maps. You got to have a setting for a woman who's traveling alone. You got to be like, this is the lights. There's a Starbucks every mile. You're going to be fine. You're going to be able to take a piss every 90 minutes. I promise you. That's what I need from the world. If I'm going to go back on the road, I need to piss all the time and to feel safe sometimes, I guess. I don't know. This is the thing. I thought it would be restful. Like, throughout the pandemic, I was always like, why am I so fucking tired? I have done nothing. I sat up for 6 hours a day for 2 years. That was like my effort that I had to do just to like show that I was alive. It was like, sit up, put the laptop up in your face and send those fucking emails, putting shit off until whenever the fuck this shit is over. It turns out it's actually a lot of work being the only toxic person in my life. Okay. I'm an exhausting human being. I miss going out and being around other people. I miss traveling. I sometimes get to travel for work. I don't know if anyone else here ever gets to travel for work. Make some noise if you travel for work. Yeah, we got some other lovely ladies in here that like to get paid to cheat on your family. That's what traveling for work is. Don't worry, it's called networking. It's part of the job. It's how you take care of them, okay? You gotta fuck around. I'm really good at networking. That's why I like it. I like pretending like I'm someone else. I like meeting people and stuff. Like I'm in the zone all the time. Like the second I get on an airplane, I'm expanding my network. Like I was sitting next to a man the last time I was on an airplane and he looked good. He smelled good. I didn't have a boyfriend on that plane. So I was like, let's do this. And I knew that I had a chance with him because he was drinking vodka at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, let's make it happen. And this is my strategy. If you're ever wondering how does she do it? How does she land these imaginary relationships with these strangers? Here's how it works. If you're sitting next to me on an airplane and you're watching a movie on an iPad, we are on a date. Like you could be watching Schindler's List. You're a tiny bottle of gin away from a happy ending. Okay, I got nowhere to go. So that's the thing. I do have a boyfriend now. I like to say I got a boyfriend and he's fantastic. I found a man who can do both. Like the meme. They say get you a man who can do both, and I did. He can cook and he can shower. Truly a rare gem. That's the thing. A lot of men can cook, but not ones who also can shower. Like that's two circles that barely touch. And the way that you find if there are any single people in the house that are interested in finding a man, it's not that hard to find a man. Like I think that I hear people are like, I'm single, I want a man, like it's so hard to date like straight men, or it's so hard to date men because men are whatever. And it's really not that hard to date men. You literally, like, all you have to do to find the right man is you just never settle. Here's the thing, you never settle. You literally have to sit down, get a piece of paper, okay? You write down everything you want in a man. Don't be shy, okay? You deserve to have exactly what you want, okay? He's out there. I promise you, he's out there. You write down everything you want in a man. You look at that list, you stick it to the wall. Maybe you tape it to the mirror so you can look at it every day. And every day that you wake up alone, you lower your standards a little bit. Okay, bitch, who the fuck are you? All right, this is the thing. Who the fuck are you, though? Come on. You just keep lowering your standards. And you just keep lowering your standards. Never settle, but lower those standards. You know, it's different, okay? You are accepting what is out there for you. You lower those standards, and you keep lowering those standards, and you keep lowering those standards. A little bit lower now, a little bit lower now, a little bit dumber now, a little bit shorter now, a little bit fatter now, a little bit broker now. You keep lowering those standards, girls, and then eventually your standards will be hanging so low that a man will trip over those standards. And when you see that man flying bodily through the air, you grab him and you wrap him in your daddy issues, and you have unprotected sex with him. It's really the unprotected sex that actually makes someone your boyfriend, but I can't just say that. Like, you can't just go out, like, it's not, I know it's disgusting, but like, look, we all know mayonnaise is disgusting, but it makes the sandwich so much better. You know. Fuck. Oh, I should have gotten a light. All right, here's what joke should I close on? I have such bad ADD. I have adult ADD, which I resent it being known as adult ADD, because I don't think that my boyfriend has adult diarrhea. You know, like, I think it's the same fucking thing. Just because it's an emergency now. Just because I have to get my brake pads replaced every 6 months doesn't mean it's a fucking different disease. All right, that's the thing. My boyfriend is a wonderful person. I know he cares about me, and he cares about my my pleasure. That's one of the things that I knew kind of right away, that he was into, you know, that he was like really into me, because he was willing. Like, I'm ladies, are there any other ladies here that like to talk dirty? Any other dirty talking girls here? You like that dirty talk? Yeah. And I love it too. Like, I think it's so sexy, and I love a man who can talk dirty, but you know, like, you gotta understand that they're not good at it. A man is not gonna be good at talking dirty. Like, and it's just because, like, there's only so much blood in a man, you know, like, and if he's doing his job down here, this part is empty. It's probably just like white, like it's just white brain matter, just empty vessels pumping air into each other. Don't expect him to be able to talk dirty while he's pumping. You know what I mean? Like, just be forgiving of that. My man will try, though. He will give it to me. He will do it for me. This is what he says. We're having sex one night pretty early on in the relationship, and I'm like, talk dirty. And he's like, you like that dick? And I was like, that's fine. Yes. Yeah. Yes. This works. Okay. Yeah. I like that dick. I love this dick. Yeah. That's great. He's like, you'd love that dick? I was like, yeah, I love that dick, baby. This dick is fantastic. And he was like, oh, well, that's your dick. Right? It's so sweet. What do you say to such a gift? in that moment. I only have so much blood in my body too. I had to say what was in my heart, and what was in my heart was, you keep it. I've been Chree Powell. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Oh my God. That might hurt my feelings. Just keep your dick. Take it with you. Make sure it goes with you when you leave. Don't leave it here. I don't want any more of it. Oh my God. Chree Powell, everybody. Oh shit.
Do you not usually take your dick with you?
You know that, I mean, that's a different conversation depending on who. Never mind. We're not going there. All right. You're not getting me to Faye fucker. You're not getting me. But we've made it. We've made it to the end. We've made it to the Grand Central Station known as your headliner. She's a funny comedian out of Chicago, Illinois. If I remember correctly, she was at Flappers for their Burbank Comedy Festival. I think I saw that. I know she's been doing a shit ton of festivals too. This bitch is living her best life. Tell America, I see you everywhere. Got her summer body in fucking November. Fuck that bitch. I'm just saying. Anyways, our headliner tonight with all the sass and class and the ass, if you didn't see the behind picture. Give it up for Erica Switzer!
You trying to get me out there? I'm messing with you. Thank you so much, Dante. Thank you for having me. Like you said, I am Erica Switzer. So I am a Black American woman with a German name that used to teach English to French kids in the middle of Shanghai, China. I need a drink on now. If I add one more nationality to that, I get a free venti something from Starbucks. But I used to love my job. I used to take it seriously. I would teach my kids the classics, like Macbeth. But with Kanye West is Macbeth, and Kim Kardashian is Lady Macbeth, the original clout chaser. Because I do believe it was Shakespeare who wrote, "Alas, she be a gold digger." I also used to teach my kids functional stuff, things they need in life, like how to talk Black. One of the first words I ever taught them was finna. Like, I'm fixing to do something, I'm about to do something. So there's nothing like seeing a cute little blonde Parisian boy come up to me and go, "Miss Switzer, so it's like, I'm finna go to my next class." Gold star, Pierre, good job, good job. "Miss Switzer, I was finna ask Pierre for a pencil." Ask was the bonus word the previous week. Gold star, Thomas, good job, good job. "Miss Switzer, if Pierre doesn't give me my pencil back, I'm finna whip his ass." World star, Juliet, get him. Girl, get him. Nah, so I came home about a year ago, and around that time, they had just made it mandatory for all foreigners in China to get tested for COVID with anal swabs. Apparently, I chose the wrong time to leave. Child, I be in there every day talking about, "You sure ain't got it?" You check it again. I'll be back. So, suffice it to say, dating in China was very hard. Dating in China as a Black woman. Whew. Well, in Chinese culture, well, fun fact for you. In Chinese culture, if you're a woman in your late 20s, early 30s, and you're still not married, you're considered a leftover woman. I am reheated. like a Marie Callender's lasagna. Find yourself nibbling on at 2:45 a.m. That's me. Little burnt, little crispy around the edges, little salty. That's me. That's reach for that. You know, and I'm divorced. Like most of y'all in this room. See, yep, I am divorced, like most of us. Because, child, and my divorce made me feel some type of way. You know, it made me feel like I was romantically disabled when all I was trying to do was be pussy paralyzed. Stuff just wasn't working out for me. So I decided to go ahead and get on these apps, test out the water, see what the dating scene was like. So this one time I got matched with this real hot Korean guy, like BTS hot. And I was like, okay, I want to put some hot sauce in my kimchi. And he messaged me, have you ever eaten Korean guy before? Have you ever eaten Korean guy before? I said, I like bibimbap, not bibimbap. Then I got matched with this real buff guy. Fried egg and everything. I still wouldn't eat it. I got matched with this real buff guy. And I messaged him, what's one thing you're not afraid to admit here? He said, I'm gay. I said, I know I'm a handsome girl, but damn. You know, it was really hard out there trying to find somebody. And I wanted to cut to the chase. I was trying to be pussy paralyzed, like I said. I wound up going on these dates and finding these guys weren't really matching up in the drumstick department, you know? And I came to the conclusion that messing with me is like the game of American football. It is a game of inches. And if you go for the score and you come up a little bit short, it's the other team's turn. You feel me? So, you know, and I was trying to figure me out. I was like, why is this not working? Aside from just not getting the dick I want, like, why is this not working? And I had to just kind of take stock of my love life. And you could probably tell by the way that I talk sometimes. My ex-husband was white. So I started looking back at my love life. My ex-husband was white, ex-boyfriend black, current boyfriend white. I felt like a graph of my love life. It was like a chessboard. But I'm the queen. Because I'm always checking my mates, you know? But you know, what does a chessboard look like anyway, right? The king just sits there, does nothing. The queen is the one that makes all the moves. The bishop just kind of sits there looking like a dick, you know? I needed a good bishop. Couldn't find one. And, you know, like I said, my ex-husband was white, so I was feeling some type of way. I wanted to get back out there and, you know, kind of meet up with a nice black dude. I really wanted to. When the ink dried on our divorce, the movie Black Panther had just come out. So I found myself sitting in the movie theater looking at these deep, dark, chocolatey warriors just kind of shining in their destiny, you know? Like I really did want to come home. Dante, I wanted to let a brother hit it one good time from Wakanda. But alas, my badge has been recolonized. I tried to go out on a date with a beautiful guy. He was beautiful. Look, it got so bad. I tried to come up with my own Black singles group in China. So you can call me an eternal optimist. Oh, yeah. And I started the group up, and all of a sudden, all the guys wanted to hit on me. They weren't hitting on anybody else. I was like, yo, I'm a comedian. And the first rule of dating a comedian is you better come correct or don't come at all. Several guys have been immortalized in my jokes. I don't play. And this beautiful, beautiful, deep, dark, chocolatey brother from French Congo spoke up. He was like, oh, I want to get to know you. I was like, okay, I'm looking at him. He was a chef. And I thought, ooh la la. And he was all well built and tall and muscular. And I was thinking, ooh, wee. But this was the first year after my divorce and I was celibate. So I was on no wee. But I just really, I wanted to, he was so tempting. And he would come to my comedy shows on a regular. And he would come to me, he would say, Erica, you think I am here to see these white boys? No, I'm here to see you. And I'm like, but I just couldn't give myself over to him. And I think maybe it was because of our introduction, because the very first message he sent me was, nice to meet you, spelled MEAT. And I couldn't think of a better way to tell him my pussy was vegan. So yeah, like I said, I came home and I wound up meeting somebody new. He's not my usual type though. I usually like a guy who's kind of tall and stocky, who looks like he owns stocks. At the very least, I need him to look like he owns stocks. But this guy wound up meeting, he's short, he's skinny, he's got long blonde hair. When he turns around, he looks like a hot Ukrainian chick. I mean, hot is still hot, right? He's a beautiful boy and I'm a handsome girl, so it works out. But have you guys ever seen those couples where the guy is hot, like model hot? Like God said, you good. And then you look at his girl like, she must have some good pussy. I think I'm all right. I think it's all right. I like to believe that the pussy is good. I like to believe it. I've heard it, but But yeah, this. How do we even know? How do we get a chance to find that out? How can we barometer? How can we test our own vaginal quality? Anyway, he's very white. He's so cute. He's adorable, but he's so hella sexy. I've never met a sexier man in my life, but he's so adorable. He kind of looks like Disney presents Magic Mike. It's amazing. It's amazing. He's very white, but he's very black where it counts, y'all. And I don't know what I did to get with white man dingo, but it has been glorious. I mean, y'all, I'm thinking about it now. He in the other room. So when I finish this set, it's on and popping. Y'all, I'm not trying to brag, but y'all, this man's dick is so big. The first dick pic he sent me is still downloading. Y'all, his dick is so big. For us, sex is social distancing. I'm gonna be splattered on this wall at 12:20. Outline the chalk, this pussy dead. It's amazing. So what I love about him though, one of the things I really love about him is that he's got this hardcore Chicago accent. He pronounces it Chicago, you know. But so for us, we like to have sexy time a lot, you know. So when we had foreplay, and he's trying to get me all ready to go, he's all like, "Oh yeah, baby, get it hot for daddy." And I'm like, "Shh. Just let this happen, baby. Let it happen." Okay. But that's all right, because during sex, I like to imagine that my vagina sounds like a big buff black dude from Brooklyn. With a 2-pack a day habit. He wears Timberlands. Child support. That's what I'm talking about. So that's why during sex, my vagina is all like, "Oh yeah, daddy, that's my spot. Oh, that feel good. Dead ass B, that feel good." You know, that's what's going on. So the first time we made glorious, glorious love all night, woke up the morning after, and I overheard him on the phone with a car dealer. And he said, "Hey, man." His voice makes me wet and dry at the same time. He said, "Hey, man, you can't be selling guys cars with no transmissions. I mean, my van's parked outside of my job. What am I supposed to do with that?" And I said, "Baby, what's that all about?" And he said, "Yeah, you see, I was trying to turn my van into a tiny house situation," which is a real millennial way of saying I'm homeless. But I had to start, you know, figuring this out. It's like, how homeless are we talking? Are we talking couch surfing homeless? Are we talking Airbnb and watch somebody's dogs homeless? Are we talking Oscar the Grouch homeless? And as he took my titty out of his mouth, he said, "Not homeless enough to go teaching English in China." Touche, baby, touche. All right. Taking my titty back after that. Yeah. So we kept up a long distance relationship for the whole year. And we were keeping the home fires burning, even though we had that, you know, 7,000-mile distance. Because I got a vibrator that he could control with an app. That's right. So while he was here in Sweet Home Chicago, I was over in Shanghai, China, in between classes, communicating with my man. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I might be wearing it right now. Y'all hear that buzzing noise? It's working. So when I got it, you know, I tested it out here. I loved it. I took it over there. Cool. But it took me some time to get it over there, y'all, because I was on my way from O'Hare to Shanghai, and I got stopped at security a couple times. TSA agent stopped me. I go in there the first time, beep, beep, beep. I ain't holding today. I'm good. Come back through, beep, beep, beep. Car says, ma'am, we can't let you go through like this. I said, what? What's wrong? There's something blinking in this area. I said, that's okay. I know my pussy the bomb. Anyway, y'all, so one of the things that you know what? In China, I had a homeboy from the UK who would always laugh at that damn joke, hard as hell. Everybody else be like, I don't know about that one. He would laugh hard as hell. Thank y'all for proving him right and keeping that alive. One of the cool things about having a boyfriend means that I am no longer going at it solo all the time, because it's very hard to be an older woman. I'm a cougar, with trust issues, which means I'm a chronic masturbator. If we were at a show right now, I'd be like, shake this hand, not this hand. We need extra wipes in the back, you know? But I gotta admit, everybody's got somebody they have a celebrity crush on. Somebody you grow up one out too. Does anybody want to volunteer their celebrity crush?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Halle Berry. You remember Swordfish? Everybody got to remember Swordfish.
Yes, I do, ma'am. Yes, I
Because
do.
this is the movie where all of a sudden it was Halle and then berries. You know, it was great. My favorite celebrity crush is Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, universally handsome, baby. Chocolate James Bond. Debonair like a mofo. That's what's up. Idris Elba. And this one time I was leaving school and talking to my mom, and she says, "You know what, baby? I just turned on this movie, and this guy Idris, and he wearing a cowboy outfit." And I was like, "Say more, mama." Oh no, I remember that movie. It got bad reviews. I don't care nothing about the acting. I just want to look at him. So I thought mama was on to something. I went home. It was a self-love night, y'all. One of the special self-love nights. And so I wanted to make it special. You know, women of a certain age, we got to make a ritual out of it. So I dimmed the lights. I lit my candles all around. I got my box of Pinot Grigio and my coconut oil. Organic. She likes that. And I turned the movie on mute, D'Angelo in the background, but the movie was on mute because we was about to get down. And as I'm sitting there looking at this deep, dark, chocolatey man mountain I love to climb, look at that fire truck started off because we know it's about to get hot here. Looking at this beautiful man. And in mid-bean flick, the thought occurs to me that maybe my own mother is doing the exact same thing. And I never came so hard in my life. I'm Erica Switzer. Follow me on all social media. Y'all are amazing. Have a great night.
Oh my God, Jesus. Y'all can't tell I took a shower in between her shit. Slick is out here. How y'all doing? Hey, yeah, look a little Puerto Rican today. We've had a wonderful lineup of comedians. We've had Canadians. We've had a senior citizen, and we've had a black, Spanish, German. I don't know what the fuck she was. She's black, I know that, but she's been everywhere. Give it up for Lauren Weiss out of Chicago. We had Srilatha Rajamani, fuck, out of New York. Monica Hamburg out of Montreal, Canada. We had Sandra Risser, my kisser, out of Phoenix, Arizona. We had Chree Powell out of Santa Cruz, California, and our headliner tonight was Erica Switzer. I've been your host, Dante Barnett. Tune in December 5th. We'll have Dating with Disabilities and Autistic Artists. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys soon. Always check us out on YouTube, Anchor, or on radio at KMWV in Oregon. Have a great day, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.